Hi there, I hope you have a lovely day. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Turner. So today I have the update for the project Clue Special Planning Edition number 3. This is a project created by Stephanie Ledger here, and in this project you are working on your makeup products but based on the board game Clue or Cluedo as we know it in German, and you have to find actually who unalived Mr. Boddy. Mr. Boddy was found somewhere and he was murdered somehow, but we don't know who did it, where did he do it, and how did this person, the murderer, actually did it. And based on that, you have to, find the murderer. And this is a game where we have to put in our guesses under the Facebook post in the Fantastic Ladies Collab Facebook group, and Stephanie will give us an individualized answer. And once you, let's say, she eliminates the certain category or one item out of the category, you can cross it out and work on the other one. So we have in total, I believe, 6 murder suspects, 6 weapons, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 locations where this unfortunate event could have taken place. And I will link the description down below so you will see how the project works. Of course, if you want to do this project, please go and become a member of the Fantastic Ladies Collab Facebook group, because every month you have to put in your guesses under the Facebook post, and then Stephanie will give you an answer. In my case, Stephanie gives me an answer, but she has also some other co-facilitators who are giving individualized answers. So meaning my answer, the murder weapon, etc., is not the same as the other person's or other members, participants, answers, and so on. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, because we have Mrs. Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Mrs. White, and Mr. Green, Mrs. Peacock, and Professor Plum, so the actual, suspects, like in the board game, you can actually use a rainbow palette, in my opinion, for it. I see my cat is coming again. Dexter, 9. 9. 9. 9. So, he's looking at me like this. Why? So, and he's going to put something down. Push something down, yeah. You can use a rainbow palette. I had 3 palettes in rotation here, so because I was thinking, that gives me opportunity to work on certain palettes, because they fall, in my opinion, into the rainbow palette situation. Let me show you the first one. This is the first one, the Blossom palette by Blush Tribe, very old palette, but you can see I kind of popped out some of the shades, as well as, I tried to get this palette out of my collection. It's an all matte palette, and I worked on this one and this one and this shade. I kind of scratched out some pieces and pressed it into another palette, just not to open this one all the time. So this is one of the palettes that I was working on. Then the Joker palette from Makeup Revolution, it was a collaboration with the DC movie, and as you can see, this one is a kind of creamy shade, so you have to work on it quickly. Others are all powders, but maybe I can show it to you. Yeah, so you can get a little bit of use in your palettes that you have. And the last one, I have a lot of BH Cosmetics palettes, so this Trendy in Tokyo, as you can see, falls definitely into the rainbow palette. Only, of course, white is missing in that sense, but white is not the rainbow, it's not the color in that sense, and black. But yeah, you can see maybe or not, I have some dips going on, slight dips in the purple. So yeah, these were my palettes. And then the last rotation of this project pan, I had this one, and I had to use this the Professor Plum shades, so the plum purple shades actually. So these ones 11 times I did that, so that's why this one is done. And Mrs. Peacock and so on, I did also use a blue one. For Mrs. White, I had this No, wait, hold on. For Mrs. White, I need to see what did I have in my Mrs. White. What did I have? I'm just looking now. What did I have for Mrs. White? Good question. Did I have this one? I am not sure. Or did I have the white pencil? So it's always good to check what you have done in the last month. So either way, Mrs. White could be this one, Mrs. White. So these were two, white things. Mrs. Peacock, Mrs. Peacock 6 times. I used it 6 times. Mrs. White 8 times. So these were definitely, both of them were used 8 times. So that's done. Then I had for the murder weapons, Kat Von D. I had actually another bottle where I mixed, several of the foundations that I have. And this is now the main bottle, so to say, that I'm using 4 times. I definitely did use that 4 times. For the rope, I forgot last time to bring in while I was filming the Cantu thingy, and I said I'm going to maybe use this one. So, but I didn't use these 2 8 times. That's for sure. So that was the thing. Lead pipes. I used actually this little guy here. This is becoming a spoiler actually now. So this little guy here, as you can see, I use that definitely every day. What did I have? For the conservatory, I had the Kiko Milan, for the library, I had the MAC mascara. This little guy definitely is still in use, so I'm just using that one now. For the conservatory, I had the Kiko blush. I am pretty sure that I used it 6 times as well, because it had the dome when it was, put into this project. And as you can see, it's now getting a dip more and more. So the dome is gone. Yeah, now you can see it. So this is the blush that I'm using in tandem with this little guy here. So what else then? The lounge, I put in a pressed powder. It's a mix of different powders and blushes that I have, which are too light for my skin tone. I kind of mix it and use this one as a setting powder. So that was supposed to be used 4 times. I did use it 4 times. And how do we determine how many times we have to use our makeup products? Actually, Stephanie said, please use 2 dyes. And based on the eye of the dyes, you have to use your makeup products. That's how we determine. Now, for my December guesses, because we have to post, right? For my December guesses, I put in Mrs. White, Lead Pipe Library, 1 guess, Professor Plum, Knife Conservatory. And it came out like this. It could not have been the Lead Pipe and could not have been Professor Plum. So meaning we are down 1 more murder weapon, and we are down 1 more murder suspect. So it's now the thing with here, what is it, Professor Plum. It's not so for the next round I should not use any purple color. Plus my lead pipe here, the matte shade, the matte bronzer shade, our contour shade, I should not use it. So that's also gone now. Let me see. Now, what do I have now as murder weapons? So I'm going to use for the next round the Joker palette for sure. And I'm going to use something green, something blue. So let's see. There are green shades and there are blue shades as well in this one. So green, blue. And this is not a white shade, so it's like a pearly cream shade. Let me see. Now, blue and green. So I'm just going to roll the dice here. And I have here for the blue 8 times. For the green 9 times. So that's one thing. And for the white, I'm going to use this lash primer. No, white is not there anymore. Sorry, not white. No, yes, sorry. Plum is not there. White is there. Okay, sorry. Oh, for a second I was confused. So lash primer, I'm just going to use white lash primer. I'm just going to write it like that. And that one is 8 times as well. So 8 seems to be the number here. Now for, let's see, rope, because there's weapon, rope left. Rope, I'm trying to use up the Cantu thingy. Not sure if I can do it within a month, but you can see maybe there is not so much left anymore. So Cantu, let's say, I'm just going to write it down like this. That's for the rope. And that's also 8 times. Okay. Then knife. Something that betrayed you. Ooh, something that betrayed me. That's so difficult. Maybe brow gels. You know, just this is one is from Brow Hold Wax actually. I mean, I have sometimes unruly brows, but the thing is with these ones, you know, the consistency, I thought it's more of a harder, you know, like a more solid consistency. But this one, for example, is very, very liquidy. Just to show it to you like this, maybe. I don't know if you can see it. It's just like liquid. It's not really like a wax. I don't know what happened to this one, but I mean, it is in my collection for some time, but not so that long. So, but let's say the brow gel knife, Be Perfect brow, let's say that's 10 times. I have to use it 10 times now. Okay. And the revolver, whole collection. I mean, everything is up here for usage in my collection. So in that sense, what can I use? Let's see, what did I have as a weapon? Knife, rope, library. No, sorry. Knife, yeah, okay. So weapon, I just need to revolver. Let's do revolver. I mean, that's the only thing that has been left now, revolver. Whole collection project pen. I'm not going to bring in another eyeshadow palette, but I'm going to just take, you know, maybe one concealer here, because this one is almost out in that sense, but still there's a lot of, you know, product on the windows or on the inside it. So let's use that one, concealer. two times. Okay, now for the rooms, so we still have library, conservatory, and the lounge. I'm not going to stray away from the product that I'm using. Library, conservatory, so MAC mascara, Kiko, and the lounge, the pressed powder. Sorry, I'm just looking up. Let's see, MAC mascara, how many times do I have to use this one? 3 times only, but definitely I'm using it every day. So that's then for the conservatory, 4 times. And for the lounge, I'm using it 8 times. So yeah, that's done. Now, yeah, and there are still some other rooms that I have not touched yet because I could not find the right product for those, but I will see how it will be in this round. I hope you enjoyed this little update. I see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.